Hi everyone. Um, I want to welcome everyone today to my special TBC broadcast, and I do hope that everyone listening to me today uh, is sure um, to benefit in one way or the other from what I'm going to be sharing on my broadcast today. Today, I want to talk again on the subject of winning the war against poverty, winning the war against poverty through TBC. I would like to talk about key points, in this topic or in this subject, which I've captioned for today. And it is my hope, it is my expectation that everyone listening to me will be able to draw one thing or the other that may be useful, if applied. Well, I would like to start by looking at the subject of poverty. Like to start by looking at poverty, that is describing poverty. What is poverty? And then from there, I'll go on to TBC and draw the link between killing poverty and TBC, the role, in killing poverty. To start with the definition or description of poverty, I like to let it very clear that poverty is a state of total deprivation, a state of total deprivation, or a state of lack of one thing or the other that may be considered as the necessities of life, the things that may work for good life and good living. This may be in terms of finances, which is funds. That's why we could talk about income poverty, that for those who does not have enough income to deal with their needs, to deal with their basic needs and all other realms of needs, could be said to be suffering from income poverty. There could also be material poverty, where some basic possessions, maybe like clothing, shelter, or other assets that could make for good living, are not available in the right proportion. Well, generally, even though we could look at poverty in this spectrum, that is looking at it as a material asset possession or generally income, we can actually summarize, and reduce the description of poverty to lack of, adequate fund. Because if the fund is available in the right proportion, meeting all the other needs, will easily be dealt with. I mean, if you have the fund, you can get the clothing you want, you can live in the house of your dream, you can send your children to the school of your dream, train them as you desire, and every other basic thing that make life worth a living could easily, be possessed or be gotten. But in the absence of adequate funding, it will become difficult, very difficult, to get those things in the proportion or in the quality in which they are desired. So those who are not able to have access, to the required, the volume of funding that will enable them to meet their basic needs, or to meet what will be described generally as their needs, could be said to be poor. And we know that a lot of people, are in this category globally, not just in one country, in many countries of the world. Many people are poor, many people are suffering from poverty, the income poverty, material poverty, and so on and so forth. Now, but poverty, he's been here with us, for quite a very long time, and fighting poverty is also an old fight that has been there. Many countries, have claimed to, be fighting poverty at various times, the other. But despite all the fights, against poverty is still there. Now, when we talk about poverty, really, there are other dimensions. To poverty, and those dimensions is what I refer to as psychological and cultural dimensions. When I talk about psychological, dimensions, I mean, of a lot of people, there are many people today who are poor because they think, their mentality, just lock them up in that web of poverty, and they actually don't think that they could live better. They don't think that, maybe because they've been so long in the realm of poverty, it has configured their mind, that configured their thinking, to believing that they couldn't be anything better than what they are. These same people are those who have, gone ahead because of their thinking, because of their mentality, to develop what we call the culture of poverty. I mean, they believe that, poverty is just their natural habitation. They believe they could never be out of it, and so they're not doing anything, significant to get them out of it, because they just believe that that is their own realm. For these people, pulling them out of the web of poverty becomes a little bit difficult, become very difficult, because if you don't think that you have a problem, it becomes difficult looking for help. And even when help comes, you may never recognize it, because you never even think in the first place that you actually needed the help. So these are the categories, of a poverty, or description of a poverty. Now, after describing poverty, I would like to go ahead, and talk a little about TBC, the billion coin. The billion coin, which is also could name TBC, is the first, abundance-based coin. Why do we call it abundance-based coin? We call it abundance-based coin because TBC is a unique project which was spearheaded by the admin of TBC with a singular vision of pulling the world out of poverty, of pulling as many, as will join the train of TBC, out of poverty. So the grand vision of TBC, is pulling people out of poverty. Now, the vision, the vision of the project is to touch the life of as many as 1 billion people globally. I mean, raising 1 billion people out of poverty, is the vision, of a TBC. And how is this possible? I mean, how will this happen? It's very simple, because TBC runs on a very unique model. TBC runs on a very unique model, and that model allows the value of the coin to grow daily. The model of TBC allows the value of the coin to grow daily. The value grows daily. And that's why when you own a TBC, when you own the coin, either a Kringle coin or TBC, whatever, when you own the coin, the value of what you have in your wallet grows daily, this is different to what is obtainable, with the market coins, because with the market coins, the value of those coins are subject to some form of volatility because of the forces of demand and supply in the marketplaces. Now, but the value of TBC is more stable because the value is not determined by the market, it's not determined by the forces of demand and supply. Rather, the value is determined by the size of the TBC community, the size of the billion coin community. So as more and more, that will continue, that value rise will continue until TBC arrives at the destination price of 1 billion euro, until our destination price of 1 billion euro. At that point, we'll have the perfection of the TBC economy. So for now, TBC is still growing. The size of the community is about 3-something million, and we are still growing. We are graduating and moving towards 1 billion membership. And for those of us out there, hearing or listening to me today, you still have ample opportunity, to join us in the TBC community. So how do you join? How do you join if you have never been, in the TBC world? If you have never become a member of the TBC community, just open your wallet, open your TBC wallet, Kringle Cash account, and the admin will avail you of a gift of some Kringle coins in your wallet. Then you activate your membership, you activate your wallet by paying, the admin fee. The admin fee for the Kringle Cash back office is $10. The moment you pay your admin fee, your back office, will remain active, and then you can go ahead and buy whatever volume, whatever quantity of Kringles you would love to buy, into your wallet. Now, whatever volume of Kringles, whatever volume of coin that you purchase into your wallet will now be enjoying the value appreciation daily. We're enjoying the value appreciation daily. Value will be rising on a daily basis. As the value of TBC rise, the value of the content of your wallet will also be rising. So, and that's a good investment. That's a very good investment. The investment that you are so sure of it, you are sure of it that you are not going to lose your resources. Rather, you are sure that your investment is well protected, your value is protected, unlike the other market coins where you can buy a coin that is worth $20,000 today. And tomorrow, your $20,000 may crash to like $1,000. A lot of people have lost so much money to a lot of the market coins. But here in TBC, your value is protected. The value is protected because the value of TBC appreciates daily. And that's why I will always recommend the TBC anytime, any day, for anyone who actually wants to go out of poverty. Anyone that is tired of poverty, if you know you are tired of poverty, you don't want, to live within the poverty again, then you should sign up with a Billion Coin. You should sign up with a Kringle Cash account, and buy some Kringles into your wallet, and watch your coin appreciate daily. Watch your coin appreciate daily. Then, as your coin is appreciating, I mean, the TBC is our world. It's our world. I mean, it's our community. All of us owns as members of the TBC country, as members of the TBC nation. The TBC is a nation that is boundless, boundaryless. I like to use the word boundaryless because it's a nation that cut across nations, a nation that cut across nations from Africa, to Asia, to Europe, across the globe, we have holders of TBC. Okay, and of course, you can imagine by the time we arrive at 1 billion membership, I mean, will be like the largest nation in the whole world, in terms of size, of people. And tell me, who would not want to do business with such a strong nation, a strong economy with 1 billion people, with a lot of resources? I mean, anybody, any right-thinking person, who want to do business with such a nation, with such a country, with such a people. That's the reason why, the best thing that will happen to anyone at this material time is to be a member of the Billion Coin community. That's the best thing that will happen to anyone that is being a member of the Billion Coin community. So if you are in here already as a member of the Billion Coin community, I want to really congratulate you, on the decision you took, to sign up, with the TBC. It was a very good decision. I want to congratulate you. Now, but for some of us who are members of the Billion Coin community, who are sitting down there and bemoaning their situation, complaining they don't have enough, there is no money. How do you complain that there is no money when you have a lot of money in your wallet? The Kringle coin in your wallet, the Kringle cash in your wallet is money. It's money. And some are saying to me, yes, it's money, but how do I exchange it? How do I exchange it for fiat money, or money that can be easily spent? Very simple. I mean, many have been waiting, expecting fiat exchange. Well, thank God for fiat exchange, which had me promised, and I believe that at the right time the fiat exchange will come up. But before the fiat exchange comes up, I mean, you can always open up the flow of cash, with your TBC, with your Kringle coin in your wallet. Now, at this time that we are still growing, at this time that we are still building up the community, we exchange our TBC on peer-to-peer basis. We're exchanging our TBC on peer-to-peer basis, that is peer-to-peer transaction. Now, we are all expected to grow the community. We are all expected to build the community. And building the community, involves, getting new people, to come on board, getting new membership into the community. And when you go out there, spreading the good news. I mean, I've done a very good job of bringing the Billion Coin on board. So it's the responsibility of each and every one of us to go out there into the field. We are all expected to be the foot soldier of TBC. All of us should be the foot soldiers of TBC, going out there to bring in the multitude who are wallowing in abject poverty, who are suffering, who needs to benefit from this great project. Bring them into the wall of TBC. And as they are coming into the wall of TBC, obviously, they will also need the Kringle coin. They will also need the Kringle cash. And you have it there in your wallet. So you sell to them part from what you have in your wallet on peer-to-peer basis. But don't forget, when you are selling your Kringle coin, it has to be at the current price. It has to be at the current price, which is obtainable, on the TBC platform. the price changes daily. So you always check the price and ensure that whatever you are selling at the current price, because discounting of TBC is not permitted in the TBC world. We don't do it's not tolerated at all. So you are not allowed to discount TBC. Whatever you are selling, you should sell, at the going price of TBC, at the going price of TBC. And as long as you are doing that without breaking the rule, I mean, so the cash flow keeps rolling in. The cash flow keeps rolling in, and you can pay your bills, you can meet whatever needs you need to meet. I mean, even now, while we are still, growing the community. So you see, friends, your wallet is rich. I mean, unless you are just coming in and you have no Kringle coin in your wallet. So if you've been in already and you have some Kringle cash or Kringle coin in your wallet, man, that is a lot of money. So let's go out there and take this responsibility upon ourselves to ensure that the multitude out there are brought into the billion coin community. Let's ensure so that we will shorten the time that will take us to arrive at the ultimate price. Don't forget, the ultimate price is 1 billion euro. I mean, so we can shorten that time, by going out there, and bring the multitude. We should preach the gospel of poverty eradication through the workings of TBC and bring the multitudes into the TBC fold. As we bring them into the TBC fold, the value of the TBC will appreciate. When we get to 1 billion people, the value shall have become 1 billion euro. And don't forget, one other thing admin have done, which is very, very crucial for the protection of the value of TBC, is to remove the leaning of TBC from euro. The billion coin used to lean on euro, but it's not leaning on gold. I mean, that's fantastic, and we all know that gold never depreciates in value, rather it appreciates in value. So that is to tell us the mind of admin, to ensuring that the coin that is being delivered to us is a coin that will never depreciate in value, but will rather appreciate in value. So let's keep faith, and get set to work. Let's get set to work. I mean, let's get set to work, and work with admin. While admin is working, we are doing our own, to ensure that we bring in the multitude on a daily basis, flooding the TBC world, and we see value rise every day, and the cash flow will keep running, because the new babies you are bringing in, the new baby you are giving birth to into the TBC world will definitely require the Kringles. And who will they buy from? They will buy from you. They buy from you. They buy from me. So let's get on our feet, and start the work. Let's get on our feet and start the work, and we'll be, before we know what is happening, everywhere is just TBC live and direct. Everywhere TBC live and direct. So friends, I want to believe that today, I've been clear, enough in explaining to all what TBC is all about, the vision and the mission of TBC, and if you haven't, if you haven't gotten a wallet, please do yourself a very good favor and open your wallet. I mean, if you have your wallet, you've not bought any Kringles into your wallet, please pay up the admin fee and buy your Kringles into your wallet, because if you don't pay your admin fee, your back office will not be active, and your membership will also not be active. So pay your admin fee, your back office will be active, then buy enough Kringles, depending on your capacity, into your wallet, and watch it grow. And as you bring new people into the fold on a daily basis, you you'll be selling some of your Pringles as you desire to sell, you know, and the cash flow will keep running, and you can pay your bills, you can pay your house rent, you can buy your car, you can buy your dream house or landed property, send your children to school, pay their bills, you know, and what have you, and life will keep going on a very positive, you know, and a smooth note. So I believe that today I've been able to communicate, you know, to us. I've been able to talk with our mind, and I believe that we are going to be taking better decisions. And for those of us who have been in the community, who have been members of the TBC community for quite some time now, and you are wondering, you are almost like shutting yourself out, you know, as if you are not happy with yourself. I mean, I like to encourage you, please. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. I mean, you are lucky and blessed to be among the wealthiest people in the whole world, you know, and stop sleeping and expect manna to fall. You already have the manna in your wallet. Get up on your feet, you know, and go to do the work and bring the multitude into the TBC fold, and let the cash flow keep running as you sell your Pringles on peer-to-peer transaction, you know, and before you know it, man, you will see many people who come smiling, you know, through you. You know, by sitting down and not doing anything, you are locking a lot of people out. You are locking a lot of people out. So stop sitting down without doing anything. Get up and do something, you know, and you see many people, you know, will get to receive this blessing called TBC through you. I want to thank us a great deal today for listening to me on this broadcast. And it is my utmost expectation that from time to time I'll keep coming your way, and I'm going to be much more regular by the grace of God. God helping me. I'll try as much as possible to be more regular, because I want to be part of the driving force, you know, that we do the work that is expected, you know, to drive us to the ultimate shore of 1 billion membership as promptly as possible. Thank you, friends, you know, and I say God bless you. Do have a good day.